Do I make you randy, baby? No? Well, maybe this movie will, because it's chock full of ladies, men, explosions, and ridiculous, just like Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
In fact, this was the Austin Powers before Austin Powers, and might have been the inspiration? Let's talk about it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be continuing our Voidtober Halloween month with a spoiler-free review and an unboxing of Blue Underground's 4K movie, The Million Eyes of Sumuru. Yes, this movie is very ridiculous and kind of fun. Like, I was not expecting what I got in this movie. Cheeky humor with like dark, messed up humor. I'm gonna tell you all about what I think of this movie first, and then we'll get into all the extras. I'm gonna kind of run through this because I am a little bit behind. Thank you, Blue Underground, for sending this out. Thank you, MVD Entertainment, for making it happen. And I'm sorry I'm late, guys, but I'm here to make sure I talk about this crazy movie. So let's get into it. So, what is Sumuru all about anyway? Well, Sumuru is the name of this woman who is a megalomaniac femme fatale. She's sort of this killer woman who is out to basically get rid of all the male figures in the world, all of the countries and everything, and to replace them with her own femme fatale league of extraordinary, very beautiful, and crazy women. Meanwhile, we have two, count it, two, swinging daddies. Well, they're technically CIA agents, although one of them really isn't, but he gets looped into the whole mix. It's this whole thing. Two swinging CIA agents uncover this scheme to take over the world and put a stop to Sumuru through sex, misogyny, and just about every kind of ridiculous thing that you've ever seen. It's a 1967 feature film that was directed by Lindsay Shontef, who he directed Devil Doll and Voodoo Bloodbath, but is probably more known for The Second Best Agent in the Whole Wide World, which I haven't seen, by the way, and The Fast Kill and The Yes Girls. Now, this was a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode. It was like season 1, episode 18, and they aired it on May 7th of 1989. Now, the cool thing about this, and I'll probably get into more details about it, is that some of the extras actually include a riff tracks, which some of the people from Mystery Science Theater did riff tracks, and they include it on the disc. How cool is that?
I'm glad you find it adequate.
This needs to happen more often. I like this, Blue Underground, what you're doing here. I'm sure they don't have every movie that you've ever done, but yeah, it was a nice surprise to see it on this disc. So yeah, what did I think of this weird, misogynistic, sexy agents like blowing up shit? It's a pretty wild experience. Like literally, the beginning of the movie starts off with a woman overlooking a funeral. Very important, very rich man who has recently died. Probably by these women, by the way, who are out to kill everybody. And she pushes a button as they're crossing a bridge to blow everybody to smithereens. And that's when I realized, okay, this movie is not fucking around. To my surprise, though, I thought it was going to be this really serious movie, but it turns out that these two agents who are men, they're dealing with a lot of like male-female power dynamics between the two, but some of these females still succumb to the male physique. It's pretty funny shit, dude. And you know who's in it? Frankie Avalon. Yes, Frankie Avalon. If you guys remember Back to the Beach, he was like the swing dancing, singing guy. He's in this movie. It kind of reminds me in a way of like Dean Martin and sort of Jerry Lee Lewis kind of working together in a movie, a spy secret agent movie. Honestly, it feels very much like that. And it seems like that was the kind of generation anyway. So, but this one is really absurd. The woman who's famous in this movie who plays Sumuru is Shirley Eaton, who starred in Goldfinger. And she was in another another movie. This was 2 years after, called The Girl from Rio, which is another Blue Underground release, by the way. So if you like that movie, you might want to check it out. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't like my particular tastes 100%, but I found myself enjoying the movie quite a bit, laughing out loud. You know, it's some of the most ridiculous lines, some of the most ridiculous situations, tying a man up while whipping him by all these femme fatales who then secretly go behind Sumuru's back to try to have sex with him. It's full of that kind of stuff, and that's why I say Austin Powers, because it's very much an Austin Powers movie, and it feels like Austin Powers saw this movie and was like, yeah, more of that, baby. Stop it, please, I beg you. Anyway, there's other people in this movie like Frankie Avalon, George Nadler, Klaus Kinski has a really freaky part in this movie. And it's kind of funny and silly and ridiculous. Harry Allen Towers is also in here. And this version actually has an extended version. So if you see here on the front, it's the extended version, which has 10 more additional minutes of footage that was on this release that wasn't on the last release. So you're getting plenty of that. And if you like those sort of 60s, 70s spy movies, I think this would be a fun one to watch and kind of sit with your friends and kind of make fun of it a little bit. It is a weird dichotomy, like the two fucking weird tones in this movie is like
Dire, death, and destruction,
while having this cheeky, funny misogyny like mixed together with it. It's an interesting mix. Everything is like overdone. It's really overdone. And if any woman hits on those two agents, they kill them. It's pretty wild. There was a scene in the very intro of this movie too, by the way, that I really liked. You show a bunch of women that are just sitting there smiling and kind of admiring something in the middle of the room. And the camera goes all the way around the whole room and doesn't show you what they're looking at until like 5 or 10 minutes after the movie has started. And you're just kind of like, what's going on? And I honestly thought it was kind of a genius way to do what they were doing, to show how unaffected they were, because when they reveal what it is, you're like, what the fuck is going on? But you know, there's some really cool stuff in this movie that I actually enjoyed and kind of respect. Yeah, it definitely didn't get a high score. It's like a 4 on IMDb, and a lot of people really hated it when it came out. But I think it's a really fun, so bad it's good film. If you like Austin Powers and you like James Bond stuff, you can definitely watch that and get a really good feel for it. And like I said, if you like Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, if you can kind of mix that all into one thing. So Austin, James Bond, Dean and Lewis into a secret agent movie, and you've got the Million Eyes of Sumuru. I would probably give this probably a 6.5 or a 7. Now, I enjoyed myself watching this. I would definitely watch this again when I'm in the mood, but you know, it's definitely not a horror film, so you can imagine. But, you know, I do like cult films, and this is definitely something that is like that. The fact that it was on Mystery Science Theater 3000 tells you everything you need to know. And that Riff Tracks liked it so much, they came back to do it on their new show. Pretty funny. There are a lot of extras and stuff on this that I'll talk about, and we'll get into that now. So now I don't have any B-reel on this, so I'll just kind of go over this with you a little bit to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. So it's been out since the 24th of September, so I apologize for being so late, but you can pick it up now if you are looking to pick it up. Some of the specs on here, we get a widescreen 241 aspect ratio. It's a 66 gigabyte double layer 4K all region. Same with the Blu-ray, it's all region. And you're gonna get Dolby Vision HDR with this one's, and it is an 89-minute movie. So we do have English and DTS HD on this, and English SDH if you need it. The subtitles are in French and Spanish. There is a limited edition right here, which is the 4K. It comes with an embossed cover, which is the slip cover that you get on here. The reversible art here, which I actually like the original artwork on this one. Pretty good. I think it looks like a really cool poster. They do have the other one under here as well, so you can use the new one, which is a little bit more updated. Also, if you look in here, you get the Blu-ray and the 4K. Now, the Blu-ray is going to have all the extra features on it, but the 4K has a few on it that aren't too bad. A couple of commentaries that aren't brand new that you're going to want to check out. You got the old disc, the old Blu-ray one, and then the new one, so it's pretty identifiable. On the back here, you got all the additional deets if you want to pause that. And I'll read through some of the extras here. So you're going to get audio commentary with film historians David Delvell, Dan Marino. You also get these are both new, by the way, audio commentary with film historians Nathaniel Thompson and Troy Howarth, and a theatrical trailer. That's going to be on the 4K disc. Now, on the Blu-ray disc, you get those same 2 commentaries, plus you also get a brand new segment called England's Unknown Exploitation Film Eccentric, the Schlock Cinema Legacy of Lindsay Shontef, a new feature-length documentary directed by Naomi Holwell, which is fan-freaking-tastic. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it's really good. Also, the theatrical trailer, poster and still gallery, and the new Riff Tracks edition, which you can listen and watch the whole movie with their commentary on it, which is great. They have some funny stuff in there. Highly recommend you listen to that if you get this release, and or the Rio one as well, the girl from Rio. I think that might have one on there, but don't quote me on that. That is the release. I really greatly appreciate you guys sending this out to me. The picture quality on this is phenomenal. It looks really crisp in 4K. I even compared it to the 1080p, and obviously there's a large difference to it. It actually doesn't look all that grainy, but feels authentic, so it's not like, you know, like they did any AI or anything like that. You're good on that if you don't like that kind of stuff, so don't worry about it. You know, it's just filmed in 1967 and it looked crisp. But that's everything, guys. What do you think? Have you heard of this movie? Do you like Austin Powers? Would you watch a movie that's like Austin Powers? That is everything that I mentioned combined. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Is there another movie that I should watch that is like this that might be kind of fun to watch? Let me know in the comment section down below for me and for everybody else, because if you know more about these kind of films, I might want to check them out. But thanks again to MVD Entertainment and Blue Underground. You guys rock. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and thank all of you who are watching right now for these different films that I put on the channel, because I know these are niche, but I really like to open my eyes to new films and be a part of cinema in general and just know everything I possibly can. There is not enough movies that I could watch to ever be happy. Also, if you'd like to pick up a copy of this, you can pick it up. I have a couple of links down below for you to pick it up. We are also working on an Amazon storefront so that you guys can find anything that I've actually done a review of that is available on Amazon. If not, you can always pick it up from Diabolic DVD. MVD Entertainment is a great source. You know, we use all of them. But other than that, thank you guys so much for coming by. And as always, long live the void.